Gate 14 podcast, and our Toronto Blue Jays have won 12 of their last 14 series, but the road to 12 straight wins, the franchise record, has ended on the backs of the Chicago White Sox. Tough one when you lose the last game of the series, but as a massive sample of the series, it was awesome. They won the series. They handled business.
Yeah, it's so funny that things that mean a lot to us might not actually mean the same to the team, right? It's like you freaked out on this couch today that they weren't pinch hitting for guys in the seventh inning.
Yeah.
Which makes it like, hey, if we want to win this, if this is the last game we ever play, that's not how you would have managed that game. But what an awesome streak, man.
What a stretch. 3 Gate 14 podcasts in between a loss.
It's incredible.
Is that not insane?
I was so pissed the game didn't end yesterday. I wanted more baseball yesterday. And then today, stinker. It makes me hate the whole stretch, but looking back on it, man,
it's a tough way. I'm not sure you could really craft up or write a worse way to lose to end a streak, to be honest, because you got what you needed from your starter. You got what you needed from your bullpen. And it was really the offense that kind of pissed down their leg that game. But all things considered, man, the offense is kind of carried when the pitching wasn't great. If this was a loss that came to lose the series, I would have been a little bit more mad. But you kind of were playing with the house money going into the third game. I know people are going to hate me saying that, but you brought up a good point. Like, maybe the game isn't as must-win as we feel as fans as it is in that clubhouse. Like, it's like, let's get our guys some rest. We've played how many games in a row?
Yeah.
Like, they haven't had an off day in 2 weeks almost. Let's get Kirky some rest. Let's get Springer some rest. Let's get Ernie some... Ernie's played every fucking day. Let's get Ernie some rest. I do not want to have to use these guys off the bench. That's what that game kind of was.
As soon as Kirk didn't pinch hit for Heineman in the seventh, I said to you, well, it's clear they're trying to give him rest. And you said, yeah, but there's an off day tomorrow. And then my rebuttal for that is he hasn't caught this much. Like,
ever.
Yeah,
it's a fair
like
point.
you're trying to maximize his days here.
It's definitely a fair point, and I think
it sucked. It sucked doing it
like,
today.
It sucked today. I mean, obviously your C team, your B team should be able to beat the Chicago White Sox, but you were facing Adrian Hauser, who has given up 2 runs, or 3 runs, I guess technically now, in his last 3 starts at home.
No, that's 2 total runs on the season at home.
Really?
Yeah, because they only scored 1 today.
Wow.
Right? It was 2-1 game.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be dealt at some point. It sucks we got him when he was on the White Sox. But, I mean, listen, all things considered, man, great series. The vibes are still high from me. You got a chance to do something special here and go into the All-Star break at minimum, hopefully 16 games above 500 if you win a series against the Athletics and won 13 of your last 15 series. Like, there's some positives to take away from the series. More positives than negatives, in my opinion, honestly.
Yeah, based on how you feel about this team. My biggest negative is our pitching is fucked. Like, the bullpen just dies every night we go out there. There's another guy who dies. The last 5 games, Jimmy Garcia, Nick Sandlin, Ryan Burr, all to the IL.
And those are 3 pivotal parts of a bullpen. Like, those are bums.
How can you keep replacing those guys with internal people? No, who in the world has that much pitching depth at their minor league level?
No one. The Dodgers don't even have that, man.
To come up and replace those guys.
Dodgers called up Diaz's brother, who has a 7 ERA in AAA.
That's exactly my point. Like, I am worried a little bit about what's going to happen with the bullpen. Like, I think they're in a tough spot with all these injuries, and it's no one's fault, right? Like, you can't
blame it.
If you have so much major league depth in the minors, you're lying. Like, you just you can't do that. People don't want to be there. They want to have major league shots. It's hard to have that much, and then you're making all these 40-man decisions. I really, like, no one has that much good pitching in AAA if it's not.
I think it's pretty comfortable, safe to say, like, that's probably it for Ryan Burr this season.
I mean, you come come out of a game with your arm dead like that.
Dangling, essentially.
I don't think you got any. I hope for the best, but man,
they said he's immediately flying to Toronto for MRIs. So
perfect. Like,
yeah,
obviously that's not good.
No.
So
and he just got back. That's the shitty part about it. The guy just got back. Jimmy Garcia just got back. Slips in a tub.
Sandlin just got back.
Sandlin had 9 appearances in between the time he got back.
Sure,
though. Yeah,
but
yeah.
You worked for a month or 2 rehabbing, right?
Yeah.
I'm worried. I'm worried about it, but I think that's the best possible situation to buy.
Because
Like
then you can throw
you
Burr
can
on a 60-day, like for the out for the season.
yeah. You can do that and find 40-man ways around it, but I think it's easiest to buy middle reliever guys on the market. You're paying more than you want, but if your most pressing thing now is bullpen arms that aren't back end arms, you can do that. And I think you've got a fine chance to be able to do that. You can even stack some up in a trade as well. But yeah, I'm worried that that's going to come back and bite them. And there's no way they could have planned for how many
You can't. And if you are, you're a liar.
It's so
like no, and especially in an offseason, like depth pieces don't sign with teams that have crowded bullpens. Like you don't want to be a guy that signs the team and you're like, oh, I might be in AAA for 3/4 of the year. It's dumb.
Yeah, people don't do that.
Yeah.
They try and find places where they can sign major league deals to be in the big leagues.
Yes.
You usually don't take minor league deals and stay in the minor. No one wants to.
Well, we got one demon in the bullpen that can pitch when the Jays are up 7, or that can pitch when the Jays are up 1. I know we joke and troll about it a lot, but Chad Green's going to have to pitch some meaningful innings. And he has been the past couple of weeks and has been fine. Hard hit con.
Yeah.
A Chad Green outing doesn't start until a guy hits a ball 110 to center field.
Center field.
Yeah.
Oh, he keeps it in the big part of the yard, and
I respect it. It's the biggest part of the stadium.
Yeah, so I'm worried about that. Like, that's the thing I'd take away from the series is we could be fucked at some point if I don't know.
But the thing is, though, you're coming into a break. Right? Like
no, absolutely. Like 15 days for Jimmy and 15 days for Sandlin. If it's truly 15 days, perfect time for that.
Yeah, they can come back for the Giant series, right? Like Jimmy can come back for the Giant series, probably, or close to it, I believe.
Yeah, but it's like these injuries are stacking up, and I don't know how it's hard for any team in the world to cover that amount of injuries.
That's 4 arms you have to make up.
Yeah.
I mean, you do got guys coming back. Hopefully, Jimmy, because the thing that I'm happy about with Jimmy is it's not an arm problem.
Absolutely.
If it's an arm problem, like for example with Nick Sandlin, God knows how long that could be. Like,
Absolutely.
Jimmy is like the guy rolled his ankle trying to goon in a bathtub. It's like, fuck. I mean, the guy, he tripped. But like an ankle is not easily fixable, but it's something.
You can still throw while
you can still throw while your ankle hurt. Like you can manage that.
Yeah,
if it's an elbow or a shoulder, it's like you're a ticking time bomb, right?
Yeah.
Or a thumb, for Christ's sakes. But I think the Jimmy one I'm less concerned about. It's the Sandman, who's been insane for this team. I mean, sub-3 ERA out of the bullpen. Another guy that went down is Paxton Schultz.
He went down?
He got injured as well, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's like, listen, man, it's not
it's not ideal.
It's not ideal, but you got a guy like Chris Bassett, quote that made me want to run through a brick wall yesterday, essentially saying to the media, because he told us not to talk about it, but he said it's the media.
He always does that. He's like, you can't say that, but then he tells
everybody on the pod.
Yeah.
That's the most Chris Bassett thing ever. He'll text something, you can't say it. I read Twitter 2 seconds later, it's fucking all over my Twitter timeline. It's like, all right. I mean, that'd be cool if I could bring it up.
3rd or 4th time.
Yeah.
I think
that's all right. Thanks, Seabass. Like, yeah, cool. Like, he literally texted us yesterday. We congratulated him on his first half. Obviously, awesome part of the season for him. And he goes, season's not over. Or first half's not over yet for me. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he said, I'm going to be coming out of the pen. And then he's like, but you can't talk about it on the podcast. So I go, okay. Read my Twitter timeline half a second after. It's Chris Bassett.
Keegan tweeted
Chris Bassett's out of the pen for the weekend. It's like, what the fuck, Chris? That'd be cool if I could break that shit.
Yeah.
But we're not in the news breaking game anymore, so I respect it. But at least Bassett will be able to eat some innings. Chad didn't go today or yesterday.
No.
So things are going well there. They are fine for arms this weekend, Avery.
Yeah.
This weekend they're fine. And the way that Estrada guy looked, Lazaro Estrada last week, there's some possibility there where that guy could be a instrumental piece that could eat up innings for you in the middle. I mean, it was one appearance against the Angels.
Yeah.
But it's like that.
He can come back, right, because there's no injury course,
yes.
Or there's an injury.
There's an injury correspondent, with Burr.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
he'll be able to pitch this weekend, Estrada.
Yeah, if they choose to bring him.
But Pina Packer shit. I mean, that was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun to watch, man. He pitches like I pitched, where like your back foot pops up in the air, so like you launch your hip up instead of launching your hips down through the mound. It's like that's a body of someone who can throw 110 miles an hour.
But he just doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's just not.
It wasn't great to watch. I mean, he comes in when an 8-1 game or whatever it was, and it's like, all right, you're supposed to be a long guy. Like, let's just eat the rest of the game up. We had fucking Hoffman warming up.
That was so
They
sick.
had Hoffman warming up in an 8-1 game. And then it was 8 fourth time, but they had Hoffman going. So, not great, but I mean, listen, not to doom loser post, all that type of stuff. This will be the last loser post thing we talk about, probably for the remainder of the pod. But the Vlad game today, I mean, was that the worst game of his career as a Blue Jay?
Oh,
I think it's up there, to be honest.
I don't remember games like that. It was just a lapse in everything from Vlad today.
From opening pitch to the end, the double play, first and second, no outs.
Yeah.
The just the weird base running where he tried to go hero mode when the pitcher was halfway to third. And then the ground ball to essentially end the game today, which is like you got the leadoff guy on. It's like, all right, let's start going here a little bit. Ground ball. Just not a great game, to be honest with you, from Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, the guy's running a 150 weighted runs created plus during that win streak.
My thing with Vlad is he's so good he doesn't need to change, but like I feel there's change in his game that can make him better. He helps this team when he hits home runs. Like I think that's the best version of Vlad, and I don't think many people are going to.
No one's disagreeing with.
No one's gonna disagree.
Yeah.
The best thing you want from Vlad is gonna be hitting home runs, right? And he is so good that he doesn't see the need to change what he does because his bad is 130 weighted runs created plus. His bad is get him paid as one of the top end players. But the ceiling for good is so much there if some things change. We just bash balls into the ground and he gets hits because he's so gifted and he's so good at hitting.
Bat speed's insane.
That the velo off the bat is fucking 115 all the time. And he gets base hits, but feels like we can still search for something more in Vlad without saying that we think he's bad because he's not bad.
He's a good player.
There's still more to be desired, I think, with the bat.
For sure. I think the biggest thing that comes into the discussion with Vlad is you're paid to hit home runs. You're not paid to be a Luis Arias.
You're paid to create offense.
You're paid to create offense, and you can't create offense essentially by hitting singles.
Yes.
That's the unfortunate part of it. You sign the contract, obviously, $500 million. Everyone knows it. It's all of my Twitter mentions. You have to produce and hit home runs. A 21 home run pace, even if you put up a 130 weighted runs created plus, is unacceptable. That's just what comes with the territory if you sign the contract. You know when you sign the contract, that's what people expect of you. And if you're putting up a 21 home run season, the numbers look great. The Savant looks great.
I see. He hits the ball so hard.
Yeah.
The red bubbles are always going to look good for him.
The Savant looks great, all that type of stuff. But at some point, the launch has to be there. At some point, the leaving the ballpark has to be there. At some point, you're going to have to carry the offense. This isn't a knock on Vlad. I did tweet it that I do think at some point this season, he will figure it out and carry the offense when we have stinkers like this, when the rest of the lineup is doing fuck all. It is frustrating 91 games into the season looking at Vlad and seeing how many home runs he has, and then looking across the league and seeing guys with like 25 already, 22 already, guys like that. That's the frustrating part of it, I think.
Yeah, no, there should be something to be desired. Like, we still want more from Vlad.
Yeah.
He's, definitely trying hard. Like, I don't...
He works his dick off.
What happened today was mental mistakes.
Not effort.
Absolutely not. So it's like I'm not going to sit here and chirp Vlad for effort things because effort's not the problem there. And that when effort's really bad, I think you can call it out sometimes and be smart about it. But today, he was just running through second base to try and make a play. It's mental mistakes by him trying to take the extra base and just wasn't being smart. Like when Hauser throws the ball to right field to pick off, first of all, and then you just round third with 2 outs. Just like, why do we have to make the out there? We could be content with taking just 90 feet.
Yeah,
we don't
stealing 90 feet on a mistake.
Yeah, and it kind of boneheaded plays today, but I'm not going to, like, lose my mind over that. It's fine. It's ball. He makes mistakes, whatever. The one where Tim Elko touches first base, throws it, and Vlad's on it in the rundown, that one's a little more concerned.
As a first baseman, you should know that.
Like, that's all you're thinking is, how do I not get out here for a double play? And he knows what he was
supposed to do.
Yeah, like when he looks back, he's like, fuck, I know I should have stopped, and I just didn't. Like, it just crossed. So I'm not too mad at that. But when we talk about the hitting The one thing that everyone's gonna say is like his attack angle is the worst in baseball.
Which is wild. Was it ever like that?
Yeah, last year it was the worst in baseball.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah. It's just so right, like 1 degree attack angle. It's he has to hit it perfect to hit home runs, pretty much, to like get up in the. It has to be pitched kind of in the upper part of the zone if it's a fastball.
That's why they attack him low.
Attack him in too. It's like hard. I'd like to know his swing rates on the inside part of the plate because I feel like he thinks he can get to it, and that's all they're pitching him, and he can hit any pitch pretty much. Like he doesn't whiff a lot. That he just wants to make contact with it. It looks good to him, and then it's just off his fists, and there's nothing that he can do.
To play devil's advocate, though, do you think? And again, I'm not trying to be a Twitter troll that is constantly saying Vladdy doesn't care and Vladdy doesn't try, but do you think it's hard for a guy like Popkins or Lou to try to help Vladdy with that? Because George Springer has fully embraced Louis Ionati and David Popkins. Launch angles higher. Bat path is unbelievable. Sacrificed whiff for hitting home runs. Vladdy is chasing less this season. I did see that from Griff on Twitter. He's chasing less, but he's also, he's whiffing less. I feel like it's a weird mix, but as a hitting coach, do you think a guy like Vladdy's going to listen? Like, again, not to be that guy, but like his dad is a Hall of Famer. Right? Like, do you think he's listening to his dad instead of like a David Popkins or Lou? Again, I'm not saying that's happening, but do you think it's a little bit more difficult for but younger head coaches or hitting coaches like that to influence decision-making for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Like, do you think they're working with him as much as they're working with like a Springer or other guys like that?
Yeah, I don't think they're working with him at all, potentially. Like, this is total 100% speculation. Vlad's a good major league hitter. Like, why? I don't think in his brain he said, why would I need to change, right? It's like how...
But the numbers are saying he probably should, though.
Sure. It's like, we don't know what's important to Vlad when he gets up and hits,
sure,
right? It's like, is he truly struggling? No. And I think that's, at the end of the day, that's his mindset of this whole thing. So, yeah, I don't think they're working with him really at all, I would guess. I think maybe he'll, at some point, it's like, hey, I see George Springer bought in and things are starting to work for him. It's like, okay, now what? What can I do here? But I think he's got the people he hits with in the offseason, the people close to him that have been around him his whole life. I think those are his people, and I don't like...
It's just strange, yeah. I mean, we're obviously, this is just speculation. Maybe he's talking to Dave and Lou all the time, but seeing guys like George Springer fully buy into the philosophy of Dave and Lou, and the numbers are flying off the charts. I mean, 35-year-old George Springer has more home runs than Vladdy. It's not a knock on Vladdy. That's just really the stats right now, right? I mean, it's strange as a fan to look at that and see around the team guys have fully bought into the hitting coaches, and their numbers are increasing drastically. Addison Barger, right?
Yeah. But I wonder, like, what do you think, Bo? Do you think
Bo's buying into it? Bo's talking to him every fucking half inning.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe I'm talking out of my ass for sure, but I think Vlad hasn't struggled enough where he just thinks he needs help because...
But again, as a first baseman, you're not really paid to put up a 130 weighted runs created plus with no home runs, really, right?
Sure, but Vlad goes, yeah, I'm hitting 300 basically. Like, I would like to hit them more out of the park, but maybe he's coming to them and talking every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like I just feel like in his mind, it hasn't gotten to a point where he needs to really ask for help.
It is frustrating, though. A guy who has twice in his career hit over 30 home runs or close to 30 home runs, or 3 times, I guess, technically. Be on pace for 21. And again,
he should be, John, he should hit 35 home runs a year.
Easily.
Yeah.
That's
honestly, that's the power in his body.
He should be penciled in every year for 35 home runs. That shouldn't even be like a hot take or a question. Like, that should be, Vladdy should wake up and he should hit 35 home runs.
It should be 40 for fuck's sake. Like,
we are a player first pod, obviously. We will go at guys. There's no denying it's just embarrassing the fact that he's at 20, like on pace for 21.
Yeah.
And there's
that's the part that's not good enough.
That's the part. Like, every number is fine. Beyond base percentage is awesome.
Yeah.
He's not chasing. He's not whiffing. He's not striking out. But at some point, man, you're going to have to at least swallow some pride and be like, okay, like David Popkins has continuously said with George Springer, I'm going to be okay with striking out if it means I'm going to hit more for damage. Right?
he's become a more complete hitter every single year. BK brought this up. He's become a more complete hitter in every facet of hitting and gotten like worse almost.
Yeah, because the K rate being down is a sign of an elite hitter. Like that's
K
up there
rate's
with,
down,
yeah.
contacts up, hitting the ball as hard as he does, and it's just we don't.
It's
just no home
strange,
run.
but I think it all comes around and comes down to at the end of the day, it's the launch,
For sure. He's
the attack angle.
yeah,
right.
It's into the ground kind of.
Strange. It's a strange thing because if you take a peek behind the curtain, Vladdy's gonna probably finish this season with like a 900, 850 OPS, but.
And that's good.
And that's great. Yeah, it's great. But again, you're paid to hit home runs, man.
Yeah.
Like you're paid to hit home runs, brother. That's really the frustration comes with the fans.
If you watch every single game, there's no way to say that you don't think he would be better for this team. He hits more home runs, right? It's like, yeah, Vlad's out there. He's going to hit the hardest ground ball of all time. Every single time he gets that pretty much. And when he hits the ball in the air, great things happen. Like, we don't see many Vlad pop-outs.
No.
It's only ground outs to the infield, like when he gets out.
Yeah,
it feels
that's fair.
like.
Yeah.
When he hits the ball in the air to the outfield, so many good things. And that's in general in baseball. If you hit the ball in the air to the outfield, good things.
But it's not like it's hit to the air.
Like his miss are grounders in the infield. It's not pop-outs to the outfield. And I think once those start coming together and like he can stack those up. I know there's obviously the worst slug and worst batting average possible is pop-ups to the outfield. But like if that's the path you're taking and that's the approach you have, it's going to lead to more home runs for him. But he's content with he is helping the team. Like at the end of the day, that's where I think he would have the confusion or the clash as to I'm not hitting poorly at all. I'm on base all the time. I'm driving people in. So that's where I think just mentally maybe the clash is like why do I need to change? I'm helping and I'm technically hitting well right now.
Yeah. I guess
it's tough when you see goddamn Cal Raleigh with
36 home runs.
Yeah. Yes.
It's I don't know. It's a weird discussion to have, man. I really don't know what to say, but let's go back into the positive posting, man. I tweeted a couple days ago, and I think it's just been absolutely unbelievable development that the Toronto Blue Jays, we talked about them needing, like Ross Atkins talked about, like we're looking for a right-handed bat. What has been awesome for me during that run, and during this run, I guess I'm not even going to speak about it in the past tense because they're still on this awesome run, is the fact that the depth pieces have been absolutely insane for this ball club. You call up a Joey Loperfido, murders a baseball onto Monday. Hitting the ball hard. You can argue some of the reason why they won those first two games, Joey Loperfido.
Yep.
And then you got Davis Schneider. Ross Atkins said, I need a right hand. I'm going to try to get a right-handed bat. Davis Schneider said, hold these. I'm going to fucking rake. And Davis Schneider has been unbelievable since being recalled. Over an 800 OPS since being recalled, or over 800 OPS on the year almost, or close to it. Davis Schneider has been simply a massive factor in this team's run that they've went on in the past couple of weeks. From a guy who was optioned, came back, and has just been essentially, he has more home runs than Vladdy the past 2 weeks. Not a hot take, not a mean take. That's just what the stats say.
You see him get in the box, and it's comfortable now.
It's when he's pulling those, man. When I get this is something that you probably notice when you just watch the team every day. But when Davis Schneider is in attack mode and pulls a foul ball 550 feet down the line, that's foul. You're like, this motherfucker's locked in. And what was awesome from that at bat, he hit the home run on, was it yesterday?
Yep.
Yesterday. He fouls a ball, hits a foul ball home run, and we always say this on stream. It's like when you hit a foul ball home run.
No, it was foul. It didn't go out.
But it was hit hard.
Yeah, it would have been.
You're like,
double.
when guys hit balls like that, they're gonna strike out this at bat.
Yeah.
Davis Schneider grinds it out, muscles it out, and shits on a baseball pull side over the left field fence. Like that is what we need on this team.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's really a bat available outside of like the Nailers that can improve this lineup as much as what these depth pieces have been doing for this lineup. I mean, Davis Schneider's been unbelievable, man. Really has.
My favorite thought that I give myself all the time is, are you doing too much to try and make the team better? It's like, is that group of guys in the clubhouse so perfect for each other?
Yeah.
And have they gelled so much that if you get the upgrade what you get an upgrade, what you think is the upgrade, does it mess with
The feng shui.
the room, right? I think it's a very interesting thought. I think Ross and the team thinks about it too. That's what Mark's rule: no dickheads, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to mess it all up. Davis has been awesome, man. Cool to see Joey back there too, and then you get the Will Wagner.
Holy fuck, he's murdering balls.
Sorry that we're a little biased, but I like those guys a lot, and we've been able to talk to them, and I happy and excited for them when things go.
Well, Will Wagner's put some great swings on the ball. I mean, today two hits, I believe, double or a couple singles in the gap. Nathan Lucas has been awesome again, and that's a great point you mentioned, like messing with the feng shui of the team. Because, for example, if the Jays do trade for a right-handed bat, there's a potential conversation to be had where Davis Schneider gets sent down. How does that work out in the locker room? Right?
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's the biggest issue in the world if Davis gets sent down. It's more like getting guys out of the organization is more of the problem, I think. Just like, do you let go Miles Straw if you find someone else? It's like that guy seems to be loved by everyone. So that is the thing. Ross, you will never, ever have to say things that Ross didn't try and make the team better.
Yeah.
BNS put out the graph of all the moves from when they were kind of contending. He made moves every single year.
Were great moves.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's going to make moves. He's going to try his best. We're not going to sit here and say, man, we held on to too many of our prospects. But he's going to try and win. And I can always appreciate that.
And I think what's awesome is, Avery, and we've never been in this spot under Ross Atkins. We've never been going into a trade deadline potentially 15, 16 games above 500, right?
I don't know. I can't.
I
can't say that.
I don't think we've been at the top of the division. I'll rephrase that.
Yeah.
I don't think we can go into under Ross Atkins. We have been going into a trade deadline at the top of the division. So we've never seen him go full balls to the wall. Like, you can argue the Jose Barrios deal was kind of full balls to the wall. You got rid of Austin Martin, Simeon Wood Richardson. That was kind of a balls to the wall move. But we've never seen Ross the Boss really get hashtag activated.
I think there's a chance he makes a ton of moves if the bullpen's in the same type of area they are right now. Worried. Like, you're going to need to know guys are healthy to pick them up right now. Every day I think less that Alek Manoah is going to be able to help, because I'm like, let's just get someone we know is healthy that has done it this season that's ready to do. Alek Manoah, full go for next year, obviously. He'll be in the big leagues.
I penciled in as, like I talked about last pod, Alek Manoah won't be.
Yeah. I think that's the best way. I think that's how Ross would think about it too, right? So it's an interesting spot to be in, man. And it is fun. We're going to get to talk to BNS. When is that? Next week?
Next week, probably.
Next week or the week after. It's good to be in the spot because you can have fun, you can start putting out these crazy things. But now we start getting into Jeff Passan going on one of the 590 shows. God. And we get Mitch Keller and David Bednar, and it starts with Arjun Namala. I said there was a couple guys that are probably in my no trade. I don't think we have any untradeable assets.
No, I really don't think either.
In the system. And I think our pick that happens on Sunday is going to be up there with, like, that will be the untradeable asset, probably. Yes. Whoever we take 8th overall.
But you can't trade that guy anyways. Remember? You can't trade guys you've just drafted.
I thought you can.
No.
You have to wait till the offseason or something?
I'm pretty sure it's almost like they have to be in the system.
No, because, Cam Smith, like those guys got traded
right after they got drafted?
Yeah, Smith got drafted this year. James Tibbs just got drafted last year too, and they both got traded.
At the deadline?
No, not at the deadline.
I don't know if you could trade those guys at the deadline.
Okay. Again, that's the best player. That's probably the best prospect in the system as it happens, like, right away. Won't be the number one prospect right away, but in the future, I think that's what it will be. So I think everyone's got a price, man. But I don't think Arjun going for Bednar and Keller.
Ross would never do that, man.
Well, Keller's under team control. Yeah.
But it's like, not.
Yeah. Well, bullpen's a little different, right? Like, if you need that help. I just don't think Mitch Keller's got it for the AL Beast, man. I
The home run rate's high, right?
not too sure. It's like a guy who's never played in a playoff game too. You need to get there, but I don't think Mitch.
DNS loves DeGrom. Like, he's openly texting me about like how bad he wants DeGrom.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's like, I want DeGrom. Because I brought up Joe Ryan.
Yeah.
He's like, that could be a good one. He's like, I want DeGrom. See, that's a guy you empty the farm for. In my honest opinion, it's DeGrom.
He launches this rotation if he's healthy to he's the number one. He's the best arm we have.
That's the only way you really empty the farm, in my honest opinion, is if you get a clear-cut number one. And that's not Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller is not. Are you okay?
I don't think.
Pull back to think about this for a second. Are you more confident with Mitch Keller starting game one compared to like a Kevin Gossman or like a Jose Barrios?
No,
it doesn't.
I think he's on par with our guys.
Exactly. He's
maybe even
adding
worse
to
than
the
our
number
guys.
2, number 3 that they have here.
Yeah.
I think. Does Sandy do that for you? Sandy Alcantara?
It depends what version you think you're getting.
Because I saw a stat today is a 9 ERA on the road.
Yeah, he's ever since Tommy John, it's been totally different. Jacob deGrom in his current version,
that's the move that you empty the farm for, and hopefully you look back on in 3-4 years and go, that's why you fucking made that trade. This team went on a little run.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Like he would be the best pitcher on the team immediately, and that's the things that you trade the process.
Because let's call a spade a spade. Like, if I'm a fan of an opposing team and I look at the probable pitchers coming up with the Jays playing, there's no really like auto loss. Like, that guy's an auto loss. That'll be a tough matchup. There's no DeGrom there.
Skubal.
There's no Skubal. There's no
Skeens.
There's no Max Fried, although the Jays worked him thanks to George Springer. But there's no clear-cut 1-1 guy, right? And
correct.
There's none of that right now. That used to be our Manoah, though. Manoah was that guy for us.
Yeah.
Other teams will see Manoah in the rotation.
Gosman, Cy Young vote year.
Yeah. It's like there's none of that. And I think if I'm Ross Atkins, I'm looking at that because the Jays have an 88% chance to make the playoffs right now. We got to start at some point thinking about that rotation coming into the playoffs. I need a clear-cut 1-1.
Yeah, and if you trade for that guy, it helps you get there too. Like, you can't.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And DeGrom has years. It's expensive, but it has years. But
this team doesn't care about money, though. They picked up Miles Straw for 15.
And I keep thinking, it's like, why don't we just get Bassett to come back next year too? I think if you pick up a DeGrom, Bassett's gone, obviously, and then you try for some cheaper guys like the Manoahs.
For
coming up after that. But I would love a DeGrom. Joe Ryan, I think, raises the ceiling too. Joe Ryan could win.
Well, that's a guy that can win you a playoff game as well. That's a guy I see. That's a guy, again, I see when I face an opposing team, I see Joe Ryan, I'm like, that's kind of an auto loss.
Yeah.
Schedule loss. You know?
I feel that way when we see a lot of the Seattle's not going to trade them, but like when you get the
Gilberts, Woo.
Yeah. Like the Seattle pitchers.
It's crazy they have like 4 or 5 showstoppers and they're still battling for a playoff spot. It's wild. But it's their offense, obviously, and J-Bum Rodriguez doesn't help it.
All-star, man. Come on.
It's going to be awesome because I'm looking forward to it, Avery, because Ross Atkins is looking at that, and Ross Atkins is going to do that.
Yes.
I would be very disappointed, and again, I think it's a 0.1% chance that I'd be very disappointed that if Ross Atkins doesn't trade for a starting pitcher. I think that's almost 100% chance that happens.
I think so too.
Like, I think that's very clear cut. And I think it's going to be a guy like, again, Chris Sale's out there.
Yeah. Saying those names out loud that we're going to trade for them feels insane.
But David Price felt insane in 2015, right?
Sure.
Like, again, Ross the boss has the capital now with the prospects to be able to make a move. And do you think I saw some guys mentioning it to us in our stream, like, do you think they part ways even with the Low Profito in a package if that need comes up with Barshow and guys like that coming back? Like, what do you think about that?
Sure. Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't like that because I like Joey as a person, but everyone's got a price, man. It's not like Barger, you're not
Barger's an untouchable.
Yeah. He's your major league centerpiece of your lineup. That would be.
I used to think Arjun was untouchable. I really don't think that anymore.
I think it's because it's been this kind of cold streak too, right?
Yeah.
But he was a high upside prospect. I think there's chance things don't work out. He's young as shit in high A. I still think he's a good player there too. But if you get a controllable starting pitcher, That's massive.
Yeah.
We've shown how good that is for our team. Like, as they are in that rotation, guys who can make all their starts. Health. DeGrom's not the beacon of health, obviously, but controllable arms that you have is pretty important. And whenever you see how ridiculous some of the deals are for starting pitchers, what Charlie Morton, 15, 20 million.
Yeah, you kind of have to just part ways.
Starting
with that, yeah.
Good starting pitching is expensive to do. So if you can find a guy like that and you pay him, it's fine. It's good, DeGrom. And then you need the Manoas, you need the other guys who are kind of cheaper to round it out. If they care about money, they want to be under whatever luxury tax
threshold,
that they're going to be in. It's fun. I think they'll end up with a right-handed bat still, too.
Really?
I do. It will be like a platoonable guy, I think. I'm not sure it's a mainstay in the lineup, hitting both hands. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a massive, massive name, but I think they'll try and do it. And something that I read, which I like, they might buy backup catching too.
Tyler Heineman has not been great, aside from that bunt today.
Tyler Heineman's playing ball, and he's doing his absolute best. Like, if he gets exposed by Major League pitching, I'm not going to
be shocked.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, wow, like, I can't believe this is happening. He put together a legacy first half, and it's helped the team immensely.
Yeah, it's just wild that people were like, we were clamoring, or not we, I guess, but people were clamoring like DH Heineman. We said it. Credit to us for being smart and getting a take correct. But we were like, listen, I don't think you want to see Tyler Heineman every fucking day in a lineup.
No.
He's a 35-year-old or whatever journeyman for a reason.
Yeah, you could figure some things out if you're an older journeyman, but the batted ball data was pretty poor. Like, really, really poor, actually.
Yeah.
That's ball, man. It happens. Like, we just have to be grateful for what he gave you in the first half. But if you think you can upgrade there and help your team,
and help Kirk, take the weight off Kirk, yeah,
absolutely. He's going to be catching the most games of his career by the end of this season, and so far so good.
And we're gonna need him for the playoffs, Kirk. I don't want him to be fatigued going into those playoff games, you know. But I brought this up to you last podcast, and speaking about how good this series was, like we talked about, Jays taking another series against the White Sox. How confident are you? Because I'm very confident in this. Is in leadoff Lucas. He rocks.
Every time I think he's about to get exposed, he hits a home run. He goes 2 for 3 and plays great in the leadoff spot. I have no problems. Like, it's totally matchup based, and it's been working against righties. So I've, put him in there, change out whoever at the start of the lineup when you face a lefty, and let's rock, man.
Let's fucking let Ernie lead off or someone, Lucas, when it's a lefty in the mound. But I'm just why this season has been so magical, Avery, is the Toronto Blue Jays have been doing this. Anthony Santander is injured. Dalton Varsho's been injured majority of the season. Yimi Garcia's been injured majority of the season. It's unfathomable that they are 15 games above 500.
Truly.
It's truly, truly insane. I'm trying to... I see the lineup cards every night. It's like, how the fuck are they doing this? And again, these runs by these bench bats and stuff like that are going to not come to an end, but get cold, which is why we need the big dogs who have had major league success to be back. The Varshos of the world. The Santander, who has still yet to pick up a fucking baseball bat to pick it up. Like, we need these guys to be back for this team to be successful. Yes, the bench mob mentality's been awesome, but sooner than later, they're going to get cold. And sooner than later, we need the big dogs like Vladdy, Bo, to just put this entire offense on their fucking back.
Yeah, and I understand what other fans say of this team, like, oh, the Linsanity run's going to die, because you see the 7 through 9 every day. You see the 6 through 9 every day.
Leo Jimenez.
And they're like, how the fuck is this happening? And I think that gets squashed, and I'm fine with it if we get healthy. I think the lineup's so sick.
Yeah.
This lineup is so good against right-handed pitching if everyone's healthy. Legitimately an incredible lineup. So as long as we get healthy, I don't think there's...
I think Varsho will be back hopefully after the All-Star break, a little bit after it.
Okay.
They said he ran today or whatever it is, so he's still swinging, I believe, and stuff like that. It's the hamstring.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's back by the first or second series out of the All-Star break. That takes away some at-bats from a Miles Straw, who's a great defensive replacement end game, obviously. Unbelievable defensively. But yeah, it's been an insane run, and the run is going to continue once you get help from the big dogs. Like,
you'd hope so. Yeah.
And we talk about, like, I think the pitching isn't a fluke, to be honest with you, how good this bullpen is. But you obviously are scared about the injuries and stuff like that. But how awesome has Braden Fisher been? How awesome has other guys been? Like, Jeff Hoffman's been unbelievable. I mean, obviously you paid the guy, but like, there has been some great pieces. The Eric Lauer renaissance, right? It's like, I think it's legit. I really do think it's legit. And I think this weekend, they need to handle business against the Athletics. 16 games above 500 heading into an All-Star break is sick.
Yeah, it sucks that the Athletics are at home now when they actually have a little bit. I don't know their record.
But Severino's been terrible at home, though.
Has he ever been?
Yeah.
Man, that park sucks. Just a absolute homer dome.
Yeah.
I'm sure a 10 o'clock game on a Friday, there's going to be no shenanigans.
Oh, it's going to be hell.
Yeah.
After Fisher.
It's going to be absolutely nuts, that series. But you're right. I'm not sold on the pitching. It's not that fantastic, right? The starting.
No, starting is the problem.
It's a bunch of guys who just are doing jobs at a 3.7 ERA.
Because the offense has been great, so it's been...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that our pitching staff steals us a ton of games. And that's fine. Like, you want your offense to out-hit every other team. You want them to make it easier on the pitching. But, like, I do see... I mean, if they go on a little streak where it's like, okay, we're not starting pitching has been not that great, I'm not totally shocked. But right now, it's just they're just outplaying everything people want to talk badly about them for, and hats off to them for that.
I did want to talk about that trade that Bodog posted today because it was one of the most pathetic excuses of trades I've ever seen in my life. It was Trey Savage, Addison Barger, and I believe it was who was the third name? Arjun?
Might have been a Relvis.
I don't remember who the third name was. For Freddie Peralta, who has no years of control left, I believe.
He does not.
What fucking world would the Toronto Blue Jays trade one of their best bats, Addison Barger, top pitching prospect, and Trey Savage, and Ricky Tiedemann? That was the third name. And Ricky Tiedemann for Freddie Peralta. Bodog, have some fucking shame, dude. Have an ounce of shame, brother. Have an ounce of shame. But are you fully sold, Avery, on potentially Trey Day not being here?
Yeah, Barger, Ricky T, and Savage.
Are you sold on potentially Trey Day not being here after the deadline?
Yeah, I would hate it, but he's a starting pitching prospect. Everyone loves to say those are just fake. He hasn't, like, if you're healthy all the time.
He gets you a lot too.
As he should. And, like, he's been fantastic, man. He fell to you at 20 last year, and then
no idea how.
Then if you can get Joe Ryan for him, perfect. Like, that's what you want. Like, you want Trey Savage to be as good of a big leaguer as Joe Ryan.
Exactly. That's the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't want to do it for Mitch Keller, probably.
No, Avery,
because I think he can.
I'm going to warn the people, if that actually happens, if Jays trade or give up that much for Mitch Keller, I will be genuinely angry.
Yeah.
I will be genuinely angry.
I don't know why I've thought Mitch Keller is just not my favorite target.
He's not a one, though. Like,
no.
Again, like, will we talk ourselves into him if the Jays don't part ways with a lot for Mitch Keller? Sure.
Mitch Keller's healthy. Mitch Keller
but giving a lot of guys up for that, for me, it's not sexy.
It's not sexy for me either. And who knows, maybe they go out and trade for him tomorrow and it's nothing you can do. But I think that's possibly attainable for Trey Savage. Yeah, but I do think everyone's gettable, John. I truly do. And that makes some options fun. You can't just trade all your team's slop for good players.
No, and
that's the thing. You can do that for.
That's the Yankee way, though. That's what they think.
Yeah, like you can trade some of your slop for platoon bats on expiring deals. Like that's what can happen.
Yeah.
But you can't get good players for your slot. Like if you don't think a prospect is good enough to play for your major league team, why do you think other teams would want them?
I'm sorry, Blue Jays fans. I'm sorry. Orelvis Martinez ain't getting you jack shit. Right
He's
now.
Not the main name.
If he can't play, if he has not been called up Now, with all the injuries the Toronto Blue Jays have had, this isn't the most wanted man in the minor leagues, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, the 1-for-1 trades I'm seeing with, like, Elvis included or, like, stuff like that, he's not getting you much, okay?
No.
Major League Baseball teams look at him and go, he's 25 or whatever he is, 26, 24 or whatever. If he's not on the show yet, there's probably a fucking reason he's not on the show yet.
Or the other way is you think you can fix him. We're not saying that he can't be.
But yeah, you're not giving up much for a guy you can fix.
True, yeah, you want to go under the radar with that one if you think you can do it. But he's just not the headlining guy like he thought. And that's the thing about prospects when you give them away is they don't always turn out to be the players that you can
Look at that Matt Chapman trade from a couple years ago. Let me know where those players are.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith's retired at 27. The other guys,
Gunnar Hoglund was in it too, right?
Gunnar Hoglund.
Kirby Snead was in that, right?
Kirby Snead. I'm sorry, guys, that's not getting you that much.
No.
Okay? But it is. It's awesome to be here. It's awesome to be in this position. First place going into a weekend against the Athletics. Like, who's got it better than us, man? Who's got it better than us right now? Nobody. Yeah. Did that game suck? Fucking rights, that game sucked ass. I was punching the couch. That game sucked so much. But at the end of the day, man, in the grand scheme of things, that game is not that influential at the end of the season because you won so many fucking games before that.
Yep.
So many games before that. Did it suck in the moment? Sure. Turn the fucking page. We're on to Friday. That's the greatest way to talk about it, to be honest with you, because the positives of it, bullpen was awesome. Y-Rod's Y-Rod. Team MVP, in my opinion, out of the bullpen. Yaro Rodriguez. Chad Green didn't get the pitch, so he's good for Friday at about 1 a.m. against the A's when he has to come in probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, another positive, Max Scherzer said he's good to go Friday. Ramped up, ready to fucking fire for the boys.
That's an all-time pitching matchup. Scherzer, Severino, man. Blue Jays, Athletics. Imagine telling that to someone 5 years ago.
I couldn't believe it. But the thing that's awesome is, and we saw Luis Robert this series, that dude doesn't give a fuck about baseball. Severino has openly talked about how much he wants to be out of Oakland right now, or Sacramento. So it's going to be Severino. Throw us a fucking bone, pal.
Yes, let's get you out of there.
Let's get you out of there ASAP.
You put up a stinker. You come back on the bus with us.
Yeah, we'll take you. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll take you and we'll give up Elvis. Elvis to Oakland.
Elvis might mash.
He actually would probably be sick at that stadium. He's a minor league merchant. But
another guy who can't play defense on that team would be awesome.
Let's just line it up with just no defenders on that team.
I wrote myself a note here, John.
What is it?
I wrote a note that said, CB Buckner rocks, and he is the type of person that makes baseball great. I fucking love CB Buckner, man. And the reason is that guy shows up to the yard every single day. He knows everyone hates him. And he gets behind the plate, and he calls his game. He calls his strike zone. And it is infuriating to every single person watching, and he does it every fourth day. Like it's no one's business.
It's so sick.
I love CB Buckner, and ABS system is going to take out what we love about baseball, and that's bitching about umpires.
And this is another great thing, like an analogy to compare for CB Buckner. It's like, imagine you go into work every day, and you openly know everyone in the fucking office hates your guts. But you do it every single fucking day. And to make it even worse, he's doing it in front of millions. He's doing that shit in front of millions of people who he knows. There is no way he is that out to lunch where he doesn't know every motherfucker watching on TV, guys I'm working with have to save my ass, and everyone in the crowd, they hate my guts.
Take away the strike zone box when CB Buckner's umpiring, and it's truly fun to watch him umpire. He just expands and he has fun, and the ones that are in the strike zone on the screen are 2 balls inside the strike zone, and he calls them balls, and I love it. It makes people so angry. It's so funny to watch him umpire behind the plate.
There was some pitches where I'm like, that is legitimately middle, and he is calling it a ball. It's infuriating. But at the end of the day, it's what makes you love the game because he was doing it both ways. I mean, he kind of...
It's an imperfect game, man. Like, let there be mistakes.
It's a game based on failure. Yeah, yes. It is a game based on failure.
And CB's back there, and he's failing a lot.
He is failing upwards, my friend, because that union is held strong. I need that union.
The umpire scorecard is the worst thing that ever happened to CB Buckner.
And again, like, we can bitch and moan like I was on Twitter, but it's not going to solve anything. Like,
No.
CB Buckner's not getting fired anytime soon.
No.
He's in the union.
They let Angel Hernandez be back there for decades.
I think Angel Hernandez is way better than CB Buckner.
Okay, I'm not sure about that.
Like, dude, were you seeing the calls? I couldn't fathom them on Monday. I was like, is this guy watching the same shit?
You know what? When we lose those guys, we lost Jim Joyce.
Oh my God.
We lost Angel Hernandez, and if we lose CB Buckner,
We're
like
missing one, the Cowboy.
Joe West. Who did I say
Joe
first?
West.
I said
Jim
Jim
Joyce.
Joyce. I meant to say Cowboy Joe West.
Yeah.
Yes. Jim Joyce is the Tigers manager, obviously. We miss those legends, man. It's like when you watch football without Tom Brady. And
You're comparing the Jim Cowboy West to fucking Tom Brady.
I don't want to watch
the guy at the top of his talent.
I don't want to watch a sport without the best of the best back there, man. And I kind of like when they have the shitty umpires there messing up calls, ruining perfect games, man. That's what
underrated funny part about
that's what
CB.
made our sports best.
Sorry to bother you, but underrated funny part about CB is the biggest mask in North America.
He wears the catcher's mask.
I know, but it's way too big for his head. He looks like a kid whose dad, who's a deadbeat, bought him a helmet that's way too big. He doesn't see his kid enough. He's like, I bought you this, son. And his son has to play in it because his dad is too much of a stubborn fuck.
His dad
to return
finally
it and
came
will say,
home.
You're growing it. You're going to grow into it. That's what CB Buckner.
Yeah,
it's insane.
You see CB out there, he's such a small, skinny guy.
Yeah.
But behind the plate, he wears mega masks.
It's like a jockey. It's like when you see a jockey for the first time off a horse. You're like, holy shit, you're small. It's unbelievable. It's a weird
I'm going to miss
life.
him. I'm truly going to miss ABS. I don't want it.
It's a weird life they live because, to be honest, they live like it's the 1930s. Like, they are not allowed to have social media. That's in their contract. They can't have socials.
Okay.
Can't have anything. It's like do you think CB knows what people say about him? He has to, right?
I mean, he shows up to work every day, and they tell him what they think about him.
Fair.
Every strike three call, every single time there's a questionable call, every hitter is looking back at CB and telling him he's wrong. And it's not the same with other guys. They'll get a look back and then walk up.
Yeah.
Everyone is letting CB Buckner know just how bad he was in real time.
I have a funny Cowboy Joe West story that Amir told me. Amir's debut year, he was starting, I believe it was, and he threw a pitch, and maybe someone can find this. He threw a pitch that was legit down the middle, called a ball. And if you know Amir, you know he's a hothead. He walked past the Cowboy and looks at him and goes, like, that was middle, like, is that low, high? He's like, nope, right down the middle. Amir goes, why'd you call it a ball? He said, I just wanted to see how you'd react because he was a rookie. That shit goes on in Major League Baseball because umpires want to see how you react to a strike call.
That's old school ball. Like, that's not happening.
Amir goes to him. He's like, where did that miss? Like, up, down? Like, where? He's like, no, that was right down the middle. Excuse me?
My favorite one, too, is that pitchers haven't earned that call yet.
Yeah.
They haven't earned a strike call yet.
Oh, no.
No, you're good. You just
No. Our camera's frozen.
Oh, no. How long has it been frozen for?
I have no idea.
Probably forever. We'll just let this play out and we'll take the audio. We might have to audio it.
What about the YouTube?
We're going to have to just keep trucking through.
We should do the YouTube like this.
Yeah.
And just keep, like, and just pause it.
Like, they got nothing else.
No, it's fine. Fuck it. Whatever. All right. But if you're listening to this and you made it through it, we are paused.
We just found out that we've been frozen for a long time, probably.
It's probably been like 10 minutes, to be honest.
Feels like, I don't know. I've looked at myself in that same position for a long time now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay, whatever. Well, listen, you could just, it's like someone paint this for us. But anyways, should we go into the series preview? We've been doing this for how long now? Look at the thing.
55 minutes.
Okay, series preview.
Pretty good from us. We got into some umpire talk there, and that
great umpire talk.
I can't believe it's definitely been frozen for like a while.
I don't think it has been. Here we go. Series preview: Scherzer, Severino, Gossman, Lopez, and then on Sunday it's to be determined.
Love that matchup.
Yeah, I love the TV. Actually, Ben Nicholson probably tweeted.
Well, it's Brios Day, right?
Brios, Jeffrey Springs. Jays lose 2 of 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they get back on the wagon, man.
Yeah, it sucks. Going to the All-Star break limping. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I think we've broke Gate 14 records multiple times in the last 2 pods, 10K and 10K. If you're watching on the YouTube, I sincerely apologize for the screen cutting out, but comes with the territory of Gate 14 Nation.
Yeah,
We're
we have
not
no producer, and if we don't look at the screen, we have no idea what's going on.
Anyways, love you guys, man. Thank you guys. Enjoy the weekend. Be smart. See you guys at Fisher on Friday. Gate 14 forever. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let's tackle the Oakland Athletics.